You are listening to the Hiking Radio Network, where we talk the walk with shows by hikers, about hikers, for everybody.
This is the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where we hang out and talk about everything from hammocks and hammock camping to the group hangs from around the country. Hey everyone, welcome to the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where we unwind, relax, and delve into all things hammock related. Join us as we swing into the world of hammocks, exploring tips and tricks for setting up that perfect hang, sharing stories of outdoor adventures, and discovering the latest trends in hammock camping and relaxation. Whether you're a seasoned hammocker or new to the art of hanging, this podcast is your cozy corner to kick back, escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and soak in the soothing atmosphere of the hammock culture. Prepare to be inspired, educated, and entertained as we embrace the hammock lifestyle together. So grab your favorite hammock, find that perfect spot to hang, and let's embark on a hammock-filled journey that will leave you feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the world. This is the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where every episode is a breath of fresh air. Let's get started.
Howdy, hangers. Welcome to the Hammock Hangers Podcast, super special, not so secret edition of our episode on HangCon. So I would like to say that I am not alone this week. I have my long lost pal and co-host, Skunkape, is back with us, everyone. Yay!
They let me off of work. I actually get a day off.
So we have to almost kind of relearn how to do this thing together. It's been kind of a wild ride, and not only are we recording this, but we have a slew of other episodes that I've already recorded with some really great guests that are coming up, as well as report from my summer trip that the family took over the summer. Totally have not forgotten about that, ladies and gentlemen. So just stay tuned for that. But as I said, this is a very special release of our show, kind of off the beaten path from our regular episodes. But we would like to release this to inform everybody that HangCon registration is now live. And we have done a couple different changes that we want to bring the community in on for HangCon 2025. So, in good fashion, like we do every year, we're going to kind of go over a lot of things are going to be the same. It's still going to be a really great event, just with some of the changes that we've made as an organization, as well as some feedback from our community as well, and just with the economic situation that everything is in right now, we have had to make a few changes. So we encourage you that even if you are a seasoned HangCon veteran, be on the lookout for some of these changes, because things change from year to year. And just because we've done things the same in the past does not mean necessarily that they're going to be done the same way from year to year. So you ready to get into these, Paul?
Yes, it's all a learning thing for us each year. I mean, the more we grow, the more that we either have to change or add or whatever. So just to keep things going smoothly.
Absolutely. We
I guess is the best way to put it.
We make all these changes, and we really take a lot of the feedback that we get from you all to make this event the best that it can possibly be. Now, what works for one person may not work for everybody, but we have to make the decisions for the greater good of the community and the event, as well as just for the mental health of Paul and I as well.
Oh, that's mental health is gone, dude.
All right. So let's get into it. So our very first question is, how much does it cost to attend the event? This is probably one of the biggest changes that we have made this year. And this is due to a lot of different factors. For one, the cost of things have quite a bit gone up over the past couple years since we've been doing HangCon, and we becoming an LLC, we have incurred a lot of extra expenses to the HangCon organization that simply we haven't had in the past. And for this to be continuous to be sustainable, we have to make changes as well. With this being a free event, and we've seen this over the past couple of years, we've had a slew of people that have registered that simply have not shown up, and whether that be they had things come up, the weather, personal emergencies, or they just simply changed their mind. There wasn't a lot of feedback given to us, so if we're planning for 800 people this year and only 500 show up, I mean, buying food and with the expectation of having 800 people versus 500 people, that's a lot of cash or income that went by the wayside. And again, to make this event sustainable and the best event that it can be for the greater community, we're making this change. So this year, there will be a fee. However, it's not going to be too much different than what most of you are already doing to attend the event. Adult tickets this year, and yes, you will have to purchase a ticket, will be $25 for attendees 18 and over. Now, that's not just a ticket. The ticket includes all of your camping on regular hammock sites. It will include dinners and breakfasts for the majority of the event. And it will also include 5 raffle tickets for our huge Saturday raffle extravaganza. So normally most people buy raffle tickets anyway, so you're not really not getting what you would normally put in. We're just asking for people to put a little bit of skin in the game when they register. So for $25, you get your camping on a regular site, you get your meals, and you get your raffle tickets. Now, if you're bringing kids or attendees that are under 18 years of age, that will only be $10. And that will still include the camping on the regular hammock site, and as well as breakfasts and dinners throughout the course of the event. However, the minor tickets for $10 will not include the raffle tickets that the adult tickets will do. So yeah, that's what it is. So I think this is a great deal considering some of the other festivals and stuff that we've gone to, as well as looking at some of the registrations for some of the festivals that are not near as wicked sweet as we are, that Sartoma does. And so yeah, but I hope this doesn't dissuade anyone from coming. It really shouldn't, because you're going to pay $25 for one night of camping anyway, and this is for 3 nights and with food, and just an amazing event.
And all the fun and everything else. Now, before we move on to the next, let me just include this as well. So I have changed up the website, and so you will be going to the website to register. You will see this. As soon as this episode is launched is when I will open up registration on the site. So you'll see the link for that, for purchasing the tickets. Each person will need to fill out the form for the ticket. You can buy them all at the same time. If it's like, say, you and a family, say, a family of 4, you put in what tickets you want to buy, and then it's going to prompt you to fill out the form for each person. Now, each ticket is going to have a unique reference code and QR code on it. So you will need to make sure that once you fill that out and everything, you will get an email, and you will need to either hold on to that email, or you can print the tickets out. But either way, when you get to the event, you will need to show us that QR code so we can scan you in to the event.
And also, when they register, not only can they buy tickets that they will need to register, But if you would also like to buy extra raffle tickets at register or at the time that you register, you can totally do that as well, and also take advantage.
Right.
Or
Or
any
any
other
other
time.
time. We have, yep, I've added basically a store to the website, which the raffle tickets will be in there. And hopefully here soon, we're also going to have some more HangCon merchandise to purchase if you would like. Shirts, mugs, just all sorts of different stuff that we're going to have on there. Hopefully we will even have AJ's all-in whoopies that you can purchase on there.
The mysterious,
Is
elusive
they've
all-in
actually gone.
whoopies.
Yeah, I know everybody hears about that, but they've never seen a video. Few people have seen them firsthand.
If you come to
At the
Fall
events,
Sprawl,
but
you'll totally get to see them. But yeah, maybe I'll do the
yeah,
video at
yeah,
Fall
yeah.
Sprawl. It's so hot right now.
But yeah, we're slowly gonna be adding, stuff to the store and everything else. You can actually go to the website and become a member, which will, basically have you in there ready to purchase whatever. So there's all that. So now all this that we're going over right now also is in the FAQ section of the website. So if you forget any of this or want to actually read it for yourself, because I know, like with me, I can read something and remember it more than I can have somebody tell me and remember it. All right, so that covers the cost. So now we move on to, I pretty much just covered this, but we'll go into it again. Do I have to have my ticket with me to get into the event? Yes. So like I just said, when you register and buy your ticket, you will get a confirmation email with your printable ticket, which will have your unique reference number and a QR code on it. You must have either your printed ticket or be able to show us your email with the ticket for us to scan the QR code before you enter the event. If you do not have your ticket with you, or you cannot provide the email with the QR code for us to scan, well, then you're going to just have to, you have to purchase a ticket there at the event, because there's, there's nothing for us to
And
scan.
I think a suggestion that I would make to everybody: when you get the email from us with your ticket and your QR code, just take a screenshot on your phone or device, and that way it's always in your camera. In if the email gets deleted for some reason, you'll have that picture, so you wouldn't have any problem getting in. Also, I don't know what everybody's cell phone service carrier is for at Florida Sands, and we don't necessarily want you to kind of be held up at registration, because the internet won't pick up your signal. And so, but if you have that picture saved on your phone, we can just scan it, boom boom, you're good to go. You're hanging and enjoying the event, lickety split.
Or as a fail safe, save it to your phone, also print it out, because it does come to you as a PDF, so awesome. You can print it out. So all right, moving on. All right, can I come early before the event's opening date?
Oh, this is my favorite question that we get every single year. Can we say it together, Paul?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. No.
Okay.
All right, guys. In simple terms, no. If you are there at the campground before the event, you will be asked to leave the park once we have the registration, or once we have, I guess, rentership of the park. Which
once it's in our possession.
Once we are the kings of the kingdom, which really is on Wednesday. We do this because we want this event to run smoothly, so we need time for our crew to get set up for the event, to make sure that we can hit the ground running once we open the doors on Thursday. It allows time for our vendors to get set up and ready to receive you guys. They can't necessarily do that in the time if everyone is just coming in and inundating them with questions. So the short answer is no. If you are still at the park, and you were there before the event, that's great. But once Wednesday hits, if you were there, we will be charging $50 per person for you to be there until Thursday morning at 11 o'clock. So please, we don't mean to, make anybody mad, but this is just our policy, and we've always had this in place, at least for the last few years. This isn't a new policy. However, there still seems to be a lot of people that don't hear this. So please, can you come early? No, please don't. We love you, and we want to see you at the event on Thursday after 11 o'clock.
Right. It just, the issue that we've had in the past with it is we've had people, try and show up early, and, it's not fair to everybody else. Everybody, of course, wants some of those prime spots. We get it. But if we let one person show up, the next year, I guarantee you we would have, 10, and then next year after that, 50, and then it would just keep growing and growing and growing. So, I mean, we're not trying to be, I gotta try and keep this family friendly here.
We're not trying to be buttheads.
Yes, thank you.
However, we pre-screen every single person that is on our event staff and all the vendors and their crew before the event. So, if you come in as like, oh, I'm with a vendor, no, you're not, because I didn't know about it. So,
right.
So let's just be kosher. Let's just show up at 11 o'clock on Thursday, ready to go.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. All right. Oh, one more thing on that also. Something that every year I get probably at least 30 emails. Somebody, people asking, hey, if can I come early and help y'all get set up? We've added to our crew. So as of now, we have plenty of people to get set up and everything. We appreciate the offer,
absolutely,
without a doubt. And if
we will totally take you up on that offer during the event. However, before the event, we got the people that we need, and we have enough cooks in the kitchen.
Right. Exactly. So moving on. Are campers, RVs, buses, and vans allowed?
Absolutely. Now, campers, RVs, buses, and vans are totally allowed. We are not discriminating, and we would love for all types of campers to come experience HangCon. However, if you bring one of these camping apparatuses of a camper, RV, bus, or van, you will be asked to go to a designated area. That will be a fee of $150 for the duration of the event. This was just a lot easier for us than having to bounce stuff. Oh, this person's checking in, this person's checking out. Da, da, da. We will have approximately 10 sites, and when they're gone, they're gone. That will be $150 for the duration of the event. It doesn't matter if you're only staying one night or if you're staying the 3 nights. It's going to be $150. That way we can kind of lock down those sites to make sure that they are available, and it's not hanging over us to make sure that we're checking the sites if there's somebody on them or not. Now, this is on a prearranged basis. And like I said, there's only a set number of sites that we're going to allow campers, RVs, buses, and vans. So please reach out to us if this is your plan. This will be a prearranged, and you will reserve your spot prior to getting to the event. If you just happen to show up with an RV, we cannot guarantee that you will have a spot available because there are a limited number of spots. I said it before, there will be $150 for the duration of the event. It doesn't matter if you come in on Thursday or if you come in on Sunday. It's going to be $150 for the RV sites for the weekend. Now, those RV sites include water and electric, and which is included with the RV sites as well. One also small caveat with the RV sites is because you're bringing an RV and a bus, we're just assuming that may be your option for sleeping, and the area that we are putting all of the RVs are kind of with that assumption. So there's no guarantee that your RV site will have trees that you are able to hang a hammock from. So just the more you know.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds
all right.
Good. All right. Next, can I have my vehicle parked at my camping spot?
Oh, this is my second favoritist question that we get. Also, the answer is no. All vehicles must be parked in the designated parking area after you drop your gear off and you choose the place that you are going to camp in. We do this for a number of reasons. One, I'd love to look out through the entire campground and see nothing but cars parked everywhere. Absolutely not. I want to look out and I want to see all the cool tarps. I want to see all the hammocks. I want to see people. So we can't necessarily do that with cars everywhere. Also, with having vehicles in the campground, it just offers another level of liability as far as, people driving through the campground. And it's just a safety factor. It's a family-friendly event, people of all ages. So having cars all parked in one general vicinity just kind of alleviates a lot of that stress that we may have with, somebody, getting hit by a car. It's just easier to say, hey, all vehicles
and the parking lot area.
Once you're set up.
Parking area. Because we do have kids all over the place, and they're kids. They're gonna run. They're gonna play.
They're gonna run. And we also have like adults too. So
yes, this is true.
There's that. So now we do have our main camping area. We also have a huge, massive primitive area. So, however, there is no vehicles allowed at all, not even to drive back into the primitive area. If you're looking to camp in the primitive area, which if you don't mind being a little bit further away from the event, honestly, the primitive area is much quieter and much darker than the main camping area. Before me and Paul were like running this thing, I miss those days sometimes.
Simpler days.
That's totally where we would camp. And most of the time when we go there to camp, just to go to Florida Sands and camp, that's where we camp. Right. It's really, really great. But we aren't allowing any vehicles to drive back into that primitive area.
It's too tight back there, especially once it's really people start hanging back there.
100%. So if you choose to camp back in that primitive area, you will need to pull up and park into one of the entrances, and I think there's 3 or 4 of them that go back into the primitive area. You can unload your gear, maybe take a quick time to just leave your gear at your site, but we do ask you to quickly move your vehicle to the parking lot before you kind of take the time to set up, just to keep that flow going. Also, we can't have any vehicles parked there too long, because that, as a camp policy, that creates a hazard as far as emergency vehicles that need to come through. So that's not only a HangCon policy, but that's also a Florida Sands policy.
Right.
So any vehicle that must be used as a shelter, and we get this a lot too, any vehicle that is used as part of your shelter will kind of fall into that same category as the camper, RV, bus, or van. And yes, you will be charged $150 and put back into that camper RV area. So if you have any questions on campers and RV, there's a link that you can click on, and it's going to send you right back to campers and RVs. Now, there is one and only one exception for this, and that is motorcycles. Motorcycles can be parked in your site. However, they must be parked very close as possible to your hammock, which you probably won't anyway, to make sure your tarp covers them in the event of a rain, which it always rains at least one night at HangCon. And also to just not take up the additional space that someone else could use to camp at the event, because there are going to be a slew of people at this place, folks. And yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of area, but prime hanging spots are limited when you have over 500 people. Right. So,
and we're doubling down this year. If I haven't said that yet. Oh I know you love hearing that from me.
I love it.
All right. Next, do I have to be a hammock hanger to come be a part of the event?
Well, absolutely
not.
No, you don't. we love, like I said before, we love RV campers. We love car campers. We love tent campers. Now, I'm just going to say this out loud. If you come in a tent, we will try to convert you. However, if you're new to hammocks, totally come out, even if it's just for the day. Hang out with us. We are a loving group of individuals, and we just want you to be a part of our community, whether you're hanging in the trees or you still haven't evolved yet and you're still sleeping on the ground. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. So come on out and enjoy us. Don't worry about your sleep system. Even if it is a hammock hanging event, we're equal opportunity campers, right, folks. So
the only thing
don't feel ashamed.
The only thing that we do ask is that if you are using a tent, do not take up a prime spot in between two trees that could be used for a hammock. There's plenty of spots that are open that hammocks would not be able to hang between trees. And that's the only thing we ask is, if you do have a tent, just make sure that it's not taking up the spot of a hammocker. All right. Here's another one we get asked a lot. This is number 3, AJ? Your third favorite?
This one doesn't get under my skin as much as
I don't get on my skin. I just hear it an awful lot. Do I have to be present to win at the raffle drawing on Saturday night?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Guys, our raffle is absolutely insane, and surprisingly and lovingly, and I say this with the greatest amount of gratitude to our vendors, but it grows every single year. With the number of prizes that we give out, it would just be insanity for us to have to hold people's things till they aren't there. So yes, you need to be present at the raffle to claim your prize. Now, if your number is called and you are not there, sorry, you can't. So I think me and Paul talked about the possibility of offering a service of $1,000, and we'll hold your raffle tickets. And if you win something, maybe we'll give you half.
Less than half.
Well, but unfortunately, no one has taken us up on it
not yet.
Maybe.
Dang it.
But so you will have to be there to verify your number for the ticket, and right, the person that is verified as the winner of that thing, that's the one that gets the prize. So
and they get to choose.
You have to be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what was that? I was just thinking of something, AJ, to add to that. Oh, yes. If squirrel moment there. Yeah. So if for some reason your number's called and you're not there, we call it out about 3 or 4 times. After that, we move on to the next number. So if you are there, make sure you listen for your number to be called, because it would suck to find out 10 minutes later when somebody leans over and says, "Hey, you do know your number was called like 5 minutes ago, right?" So yeah, just pay attention to your number, because if you don't come up or respond whenever you are called, when your number is called, we do move on. All right. Are meals included? Are meals included, AJ?
Oh yes. Yes. There's lots of food.
There's
lots of food. So breakfasts and dinners are provided with the event. So when you purchase tickets, you're buying your breakfasts and dinners essentially for the entire event. However, lunches are not. Lunches will be available for purchase Friday through Sunday during the hours of 11 to 1 o'clock. We really encourage people to buy lunches from us. This is something we've tried for the past couple of years, and people have seemed to really, really like it. So we're going to keep doing it. Sure. You are more than welcome to bring food to make your own, or if you really want to like go into town and to go to some of the restaurants, which there are some kind of cool restaurants around. However, the closest ones, you're looking at least 30 minutes one way from camp. So by the time you drive out there, drive back, that's an hour, plus the time that you're eating at the restaurant, plus the cost of food, which is, if anybody's been out to eat here recently, you know it's crazy. So I would just encourage everybody, if you were able, to support HangCon in that way by buying a hamburger and hot dog or some other crazy concoction that Captain Carry On is whipping up in the kitchen. So.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, the bacon onion, or what is it? The bacon onion jam burger.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, those are good.
That was pretty lip smacking last year. Man,
yeah.
I hope that he brings that back. I'm pretty sure
he is. Yes. I've already talked to him. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. All right. Are eating plates and utensils provided?
They are not. So this is probably one of the greatest things that happened out of COVID for us. When we did our HangCon COVID edition in 2021, we made this change that we ask everyone to bring your own mess kits to use for meals. That includes utensils and either cup, bowl, plate, however you want the holding vessel for your victuals to be placed in. We ask you to bring that. So we will have a washing station set up as well, so you can wash your dishes after you're done eating, but we will not be providing paper plates or utensils. This is just a cost-saving measure, a trash capacity-saving measure, and just being good stewards of the facilities and the land that we're on. So bring your own stuff.
Waste. Also, like AJ just said, we will have wash stations set up. So please, 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 please do not, I repeat, do not go into the restrooms and try and wash your plates in the sinks. All it does is clog up the drains, and then we have to get with the park managers and make them upset that they have to go and try and clean out some drains that should not be clogged. So please make sure you use the wash stations that we provide.
Speaking of restrooms, Paul, are there restrooms at the event?
Why, yes, AJ. There are restrooms with flushable toilets. Not just a hole in the ground with, random birds that create nests.
We totally don't have schema for that.
I think Britt still has PTSD from that.
I think I would too. Being attacked by a bird while you're trying to take a poop at 2 a.m., it's totally not an experience that I would recommend.
Poor Britt. Oh, God.
And just the mental image of that also
I know.
is enough to make yourself giggle.
Yes. But yes, there are flushable toilets there at the site. There's down by the main pavilion, you have a men's, a women's, and a family restroom. And then up towards the front of the pavilion, there's, what is it, like
5 or 7?
No, I think it's around 8 or so. Six to eight.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. 6 to 8, I think.
We'll go with that. There's quite a few
restrooms up there, so there's plenty of restrooms.
And they do the camp host that is there at Florida Sands does an amazing job of keeping those clean. We do ask to, just be courteous, and use your best manners when you are using the bathrooms there. Don't be in a Neanderthal. We really like keeping their workload as little as we possibly can.
Right.
I've heard some horror stories from Joy. about some of the other festivals there. So we are trying to set the example, not necessarily just follow it. So
yes, they do seem to like us right now, and we want to keep it that way.
absolutely.
Okay, so now
With restrooms, Paul, are there showers?
there are showers too, with hot
And
water.
not just showers, there are
Hot
hot
water showers. Yes, they feel really nice too.
So,
So yes, the showers are up at the front, adjacent to the restrooms up there. So one side of the building is the restrooms, the other side is the showers. We do ask that you remember to bring your own soap, shampoo, towel, washcloth, any other of your toiletries that you need for taking a shower and everything. A paper towel does not go very far in drying you off.
speaking of paper towels, the shower or the bathrooms do not have paper towels. They are hand dry or air dry only. So if you're looking for a towel to be that person, yeah, you won't find it. So make sure you pack a towel for people.
Right. Okay. Now I'm gonna let you touch on this one, AJ, because of course I don't. Are adult beverages allowed?
Yes, adult beverages are allowed. In fact, we are hoping to see some of our old friends from Sugarland Shine, as well as Little Ricky from Legacy Liquor out in Orlando. He's one of our HangCon crew, and he usually brings an assortment of tasty libations to wet the whistle of people that are interested in trying some. Also, we have plenty of people bringing their stuff as well to share and pass around a campfire, which hopefully we get a few cool nights that we can kind of give ourselves some artificial warmness from. So, yes, adult beverages are allowed at the event. However, first and foremost, HangCon is a family-friendly event. So we ask you to just be responsible with your choices in consumption. We do have quite a list of people that are happy to help you back to your hammock. We also have a healthy list of people that are happy to escort people that are no longer enriching the event in a positive way out of camp as well. So
Yes.
just don't be stupid, people. But yes, adult beverages are allowed.
So far in the years that you and I have been doing this, we haven't had any issues.
Nope.
So it's been
We
pretty
we
good.
never really have.
Everybody's been pretty good and everything. I do know that there's, and even before you and I took over, I think there was only a couple of times that a couple of people got a little stupid, a little stupider than what they should have, and had to be escorted off the premises
Yes,
because
I don't think that we've had anybody, even back when it was Sartoma, the
mm-mm,
last time that something like that happened, we were out at Doe
Doe
Lake. So it
Lake,
hasn't been in the last like 8 years or something like
right,
that. So we like to keep it that way.
right,
Again, coming from some of the stories that I've heard from the camp host about some of the other events,
yeah,
we are trying to maintain the status quo, not necessarily be an outlier.
exactly. We want to keep this event going and keep it going there at Florida Sands.
Absolutely.
So, all right, are pets allowed, AJ? Can people bring their
Yes.
pets?
People bring their pets, and we've had a wild assortment of pets. We've had dogs, we have cats, we've even had, could I dare say, a possum as well.
That was last year.
Come to HangCon. So yeah, feel free to bring your fur babies along. And we just do ask, and this is a HangCon policy as well as a camp policy, that all pets at all times when they are in your possession must be on a leash 6 feet or shorter. We absolutely will not allow free ranging pets other than the cows in the field that are next to us. But technically they're not really ours. So some people may have a fear of dogs, and you never really know how two animals are going to kind of interact with each other. So just for the interest of all involved, this is one of the policies that we have as well as the campground. So please keep them on a leash at all times during the event. We also ask that please clean up after your pet. Don't allow your pets to kind of mark the territory per se of other members' property. And this goes back to the adult beverages as well. We don't need people marking property that's not there.
Right.
So, and if your pet does and will, drop a deuce during the event, we just ask you to pick it up. Don't be that person. There's nothing quite as horrendous as stepping on a dog turd while you're going to the bathroom at late at night. It's like, poop, literally all over my feet.
Yeah.
So keep them on a leash and clean up after your pet, folks. But yes, fur babies, A-okay.
Yeah. All right. And then the last on our FAQ list as of right now, and sometimes this stuff does get updated as we get more and more emails of different questions and stuff like that. I'll end up putting stuff on here. But the last one that we have on the list right now is, I will be flying in to attend HangCon. What are the best airports to use?
All right. So this is a kind of a thing that I have a little bit more of experience with.
Right.
So if I was flying into, more than likely, if you're looking at cost wise, if you live outside of Florida, flying into Tampa International is probably your best bet. The other next best option is flying into St. Pete Clearwater International Airport. Those are going to be significantly closer than our third option, which is Orlando International Airport. If you fly into Tampa or St. Pete, Florida Sands is crazy easy to get to. You just hit on 75 and shoot right up, and it's going to be approximately an hour away from the airport to the campground. Orlando is a little bit further away, a little bit more daunting to get in and out of, as well as get to the campground as well. And you're looking at easily an hour and a half, if not an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours from Orlando to Florida Sands. So unless you absolutely have to, definitely try to fly into Tampa International or St. Pete Clearwater International.
And on the website, in the FAQ section, in that little drop down for that category, I have links to all three of the airports as well. All right, so that covers all of the more common questions that we get asked, I guess.
I guess the only other one that we get asked that we haven't put anything on the website this year, that not yet, maybe by the time this actually goes live it will, but we get asked a lot, are there handicap accessible sites to go to? And this year we've tried to do our best to accommodating people as best we can based on various accessibility needs. However, this year, we're just for the sake of the event, we are saying we are not setting up specific sites as handicap accessible. Now, with that said, the entire campground is handicap accessible. It's just a matter of being, farther away from the event, or farther away from the main parts of the event. The campground is relatively flat. There aren't really any places where you need stairs. And the pavilion, as well as the kitchen area where we serve food, as well as the bathrooms, are all handicap accessible. So while we may not have specific handicap sites, the entire campground is handicap accessible from the event status, as well as the restrooms and eating facilities. So yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Another question that comes across quite a bit as well is do the sites have electricity? The sites do have electricity, and the campground has generously allowed us to use them. We do ask that if you are plugging in some higher electric need things, kind of like I don't know, a crock pot or something that takes a lot of voltage, that you do kind of, I think it's $25 a day for the electric use,
Yeah.
as far as that campground goes. However, if you're just plugging in your phone to charge it, that's perfectly fine. We also do have a phone charging station at the event as well. It's right on the stage for plenty of people to plug in to charge your phones or tablets or whatever electronic device that you need. That way, you're not having to walk all the way back to your site. We'll have something down at the main pavilion as well. So
CPAP
sites,
machines as well can be plugged in
yeah,
at the sites.
yeah, CPAP machines.
They're fine
just
with
let
that.
us know. Yeah,
So,
because along with the cars, we aren't allowing people to keep their cars at the sites just for the CPAP machines. You're going to have to either have a battery or a charging cord plugged into one of the sites that has electric. So,
right.
but yeah. So a few things have changed. A lot of the things that are staying the same. We encourage everyone to really go on our Facebook page and follow us on Facebook, where we will start releasing vendors that are committed to either supporting us as on-site vendor or as a donating partner. We had a slew last year. We're going to have a slew of old friends and new friends coming in this year. I can honestly say I'm crazy excited because not just Shug will be joining us for HangCon this year, but also the Maple King will also be joining Shug for HangCon. It is going to be absolutely insane. I'm really thrilled about that. I am thrilled about the large delegation of our Denmarkian friends coming over. And yes, I'm very well aware that they are Danes. However, I really like Denmarkian, so they are my Denmarkian family. I'm crazy excited about seeing all of them again. And I appreciate everything that Lars and Christian has done to kind of foster that relationship between our two countries.
Yep. They're planning next year's HangCon 2025.
Yeah, we've already started kind of working through that. So, man, you want to talk about an event that I am crazy excited about for next year? It is that.
Yes, I was excited to see the dates for that today pop up.
I just get giddy. And so, but yeah, so as far as the HangCon event, a lot of the things are going to be the same. The food is going to be amazing. The people and the camaraderie that most people come to is going to be amazing. We're still going to be offering a slew of demonstrations, talks, DIY classes, instructional clinics to help new people and old veterans learn new tricks as far as hammock suspensions and tarps and doing things with quilts. We're going to have a slew of vendors that you can go and talk to the actual person that is putting needle to thread to fabric, that is creating the great gear that we use every day.
Touch it, feel it, smell it, buy it,
man.
Buy it on site.
Buy it on site.
Not have to wait for shipping and all that stuff for a lot of it.
Not to mention the plethora of new things that gets introduced to the hammock world at HangCon.
Yep.
And I already know of a couple that are going to be released, and I am crazy excited.
I think also, I don't know if it's 100% right now. I think it's a very good possibility that Derek Hansen is going to be back again this year as well.
Oh, wonderful. It'll be great to see Derek again.
Yep. So we got a lot of a lot of awesome people that are going to be there to meet and everything else. So,
and then me and Paul will also be there. So
yeah, there's that.
Yeah. We'll be recording as well, doing some interviews, maybe doing some video. We're still trying to work out the kinks of what the Hammock Hangers podcast in video. I'm pretty sure people don't want to look at us, but maybe listening to us is pretty to the extent. You know, the 20, maybe we have 25 people that listen to us.
You think we got 25 so far?
Maybe.
I think one of those is me.
I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. No. It's been really great. Yeah, it's been really great. Just the love that we've gotten in the last few years. I just am just blown away with the level of support that we have with the hammock community, not just for HangCon, but also the appreciation of the Hammock Hangers podcast as well. This is not a super easy thing that I'll say honestly that mostly Paul does. I just kind of talk every once in a while, but we really appreciate when that hard work is appreciated. So thank you guys. It really means a lot.
Yep, to both of us. All right, so does that wrap it up, or is there anything else we want to go over? Trying to think.
I'm sure there's some other stuff that we have forgotten, and we will be probably doing another HangCon episode between now and the event. But yeah, the best way to follow along with us and just to see updates as far as when the schedule is posted, what vendors are going to be there, what crazy YouTube celebrities or shenanigans are going to happen, or what classes are available. Yep. All of that is going to be on our HangCon Facebook page. So please go over there, give us a like, and subscribe to the Hammock Hangers podcast so you can keep updated as far as the podcast. You can kind of keep updated as for HangCon, as well as go over and like the HangCon Europe Facebook page as well. We've got some crazy developments happening with HangCon Europe over in Denmark coming in 2025 as well. And you don't want to miss that if you have the ability to go over to Denmark and join us for that. It's just as awesome as HangCon in the States. I look forward to that just as much, if not more, than HangCon itself.
Exactly. I think what we'll do, AJ, if anything else does come up, we can always add like a little snippet at the end of our normal podcast episodes too, if need be. So
just, I mean, and also
make sure you listen to all the upcoming episodes of the podcast.
And we've got some really great episodes coming up as well that I've had to record with Paul being kind of in lockdown as far as his job goes. But really great episodes coming up, everybody.
Yeah, this work thing sucks. Deanna was talking to somebody the other day, and she made the comment about, it's funny the way she worded it. She said something about, she goes, my husband gets to come home this weekend, so I get to see him for a day. And they kind of looked at her like, what are you talking about? I guess they thought that I was like on a weekend pass from prison or something. I don't know. Almost feels like it sometimes. But
yeah, it's definitely been odd not talking to you as much, just because our schedules haven't lined up as much.
I work and I sleep.
But yeah.
No, let me rephrase that. I work and I nap. That's all it is. It's a little nap.
I remember third shift, and I remember, you don't sleep.
It's terrible.
You do not sleep.
It's terrible. So,
but yeah, so registration is live for HangCon 2025. Go over and register. And also go and buy your raffle tickets as well. We will be doing our tiered raffle tickets as well.
Yep.
Outside of the 5 that you get for registration, if you would like to buy additional raffle tickets, which I strongly encourage you to do. It's a really great way to support the event, as well as nail possibly some really expensive, really high quality gear on the super cheap. We will be doing our regular tiered system with our raffle tickets. Now, our super early bird raffle tickets, you can get 7 tickets for $20. That is 2 extra tickets that you would normally get during our regular time. Our super early bird sale is going on between now and midnight on October 31st. So go over and get those super early bird tickets. After that, we're only doing early bird, but still a great deal, because if you go over between November 1st and December 31st, right at midnight, you can get 6 raffle tickets for $20. We are also offering a special this year as well, and this will be going through the duration of registration as well as HangCon itself. We are offering a special of 30 raffle tickets for $100. So head over there to our website and get those raffle tickets, get registration, and let's get ready for HangCon 2025.
All right. So that's going to wrap it up, I guess. Unless you got anything else, AJ.
I don't. We just encourage everybody, if you've really liked what you've heard today, please go over and like and to subscribe to the Hammock Hangers podcast on whatever platform that you receive your podcast. Either it be Spotify or I get mine through Podcast Addict or YouTube. Go over there and give us a like as well as a review if you really, really liked what you've got. And if you don't like what you've heard, then just keep your mouth shut. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for the Hammock Hangers podcast. And until next time, everybody, happy hanging.
As we gently sway out of another Hammock Field episode, we want to thank you, our wonderful listeners, for hanging out with us on the Hammock Hangers podcast. We hope that you have found relaxation, inspiration, and a renewed sense of connection to nature through our discussions. Remember to keep that hammock spirit alive in your daily life, whether it's by taking a few moments to unwind in your own backyard oasis or by planning your next hammock adventure in the great outdoors. Embracing the tranquility, embracing the simplicity, and never forget the joy that comes from simply hanging around. Before we part ways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with all things hammock related. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for the Hammock Hangers Podcast. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to hang with you again on our next episode. Until then, stay relaxed, stay adventurous, and keep on hanging those hammocks high. From all of us here at the Hammock Hangers Podcast, we wish you peaceful hangs and endless relaxation. Thank you for tuning in. Happy hanging, everyone.